welcome to today's video. So in this video I'm going to be decorating this super cute flip book that I made for my secret pal, who is Patty. Her Instagram and her YouTube are both Mommy and Me Crafts. Sorry. I will make sure to link her in the description box. Just a few days ago she posted some mail that she received from me. And because we're supposed to keep everything a secret as part of the YouTube hop, she does not know that I'm her pal. So this video is filmed in January, but this will not be posted until February, just so you know. But yeah, I'm super excited to send this off and to start decorating it. So I'll just kind of walk you through what I've done so far, because I did do a lot off camera just because this video would have been like 2 hours if I didn't. So for the actual flip book, which is a mini album style, I just used a tutorial that Maddie posted, who is Snail Mail Maddie. It was a super great tutorial, and I will definitely link it in the description box if you are interested. You should check it out. I did alter it just a little bit just to make the size a little bit bigger, but I just took a piece of 12 by 12 chipboard and then cut it. Each chipboard piece, which is each piece of the cover, is 5 by 6. So 6 in length and then 5 across. And then the spine of this is 1 inch, just so that way if it gets chunky I can hold it all in. And then on the inside is, I just put some paper in here that kind of matched, and then I made this side a pocket. So then this is kind of like the signature in a way, because it's held in by some ribbon and string. So this is a flip book that I made separate to fit inside of here. So this is 5 3/4 in height, and then either 4 or 4.5 across. I think it's just 4 across. I'll leave all the measurements down below in case you guys want to recreate this. And if you have any questions about anything, you can ask, because I don't mean to sound confusing, but I know sometimes it can come off that way when you're talking about measurements and specific things. So this was 5 3/4 by 4. And then each time I made a new page, I just went down by 1/4. So for example, now the height on this one is 5.5, and then the height on this one is 5 1/4. Yeah, 5 1/4. Sorry, I second guessed myself for a second. But and then the same thing with the actual width of the flip book. So I did do double-sided paper, so that means that I just did a long piece and then scored in the middle. But you could also do the same thing if you were making like a ring binding, but that's how, what I just told you, the measurements are the size of the actual page. So you could just multiply that by 2 and then add a 1/2 inch spine and then go down by 1/4 for each piece of the spine. So hopefully that makes sense. Maybe I'll do a tutorial in the future. I'm just worried about it being really long. I know people don't like to sit through super long videos, so I've always just been kind of hesitant to make that, but I have made flip books like this before, and they're always super fun to decorate, and they do turn out really cute. So if you guys want me to do that, then just leave a comment below, and maybe if I feel encouraged, then I will be motivated enough to post a tutorial for it. But on the inside of this, I just added in a pocket. I trimmed down the pocket because it was a fairly big one, and then I stitched it shut so that way it would be a pocket. And then to secure this in place, I put a thread through the middle of it before I stitched the bottom, and then wrapped it around the side of the flip book. So kind of show you what that looks like. So these are the ends of the thread, and then I just washi tape them down, and then once this is decorated it will be glued here on the spine, so it does look like a hot mess, but you won't be able to see it once it's glued down. And then there will be paper here too as well to make it look all pretty and cohesive. But yeah, so inside of here I'll just show you really quick in case you're curious. So these are 2 handmade tags. These are both I've been on a vintage kick lately, so these are using the Open Book collection by Maggie Holmes, and then a few other little bits that I had in my collection, or in my stash. But yeah, these turned out really cute, and I think that there's something kind of romantic about them, so I thought it would be cute to include in this little flip book, even though they aren't the same collection. And then this is just a little card, and then I put a tab on the top. I just backed this piece of ephemera with some vellum and some glitter, so just a super easy way to make like a little pull-out card. And if you wanted to make something like this, you could do a mail tag there, or like a little get to know me tag or something like that, or put a picture of yourself on the back. So yeah, that's, I hope I addressed, oh, sorry, the last thing. And then to hold this flip book in place, there is the same ribbon here. It's a little bit loose because, like I said, this isn't attached yet, so it just pulls out. So that's how I'll decorate it. But this little ribbon is just, I think, just from Walmart. Definitely not super sturdy or anything, but like I said, I'm going to be gluing it down. But this is going to be wrapped around the middle, and then on the back, it allowed me to, I tied a little bow here, and then I added her name, which is Patty, and then I just put on these little alphabet beads to spell it out. And then this is a little charm, and I'm sorry, I don't know where I got this from. I have a whole box just, and I literally labeled it charms and beads and tassels, so it's like all mixed together. So if somebody does know where this is from, then they can leave a comment below, but I'm sorry I don't have more information. But I thought it looked really cute and it matched well with the colors, so it must be crepe paper then. But yeah, so that's what it looks like. And then to keep everything together, I just put some lace before I glued down the inner papers, so that way it will tie on the front. So I know that was a pretty long-winded introduction and description of this book, but like I said, you guys can leave me comments below if you have any questions, and I will try to clarify what I mean by each thing that I said. It's pretty late, so I know that this probably won't be very coherent whenever I watch it later, but hopefully you guys kind of understood the overview of this album, and make sure to check out Maddie's video because she's much better at explaining it than I am. But yeah, I'm going to get on to decorating and be quiet because that is, I feel like I've done enough talking for this video. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and make sure to follow me on Instagram and turn your notifications on so that way you guys can see whenever I post.
So to start off, I knew that I wanted to use this really pretty doily because I thought that it kind of matched the lace, and I got this doily from a restaurant actually and snagged it while I was there, and luckily I didn't spill any soup on it, which is surprising because I usually always spill my food. But anyways, turns out it looks great on this flip book, and now I'm just trying to find a few different pieces to layer on the cover. So I have some pieces that are already pre-stitched, and I'm just kind of pulling out those pieces to see how they look. And I knew I wanted to have a lot of gold on the cover, so that's also what I did. I was looking for the pieces that had the gold glitter already on them. This rosette is actually from the Maggie Holmes Flourish collection. It's from the standout sheet, but I had it on my desk and I thought about how cute it would look on this cover, especially with the gold glitter. So I just went ahead and pulled that out. And I kind of gently set it on top of the other ephemera piece that I have there because I wasn't sure if I wanted it on there, so I just kind of put it down very lightly so that I could easily remove it if I didn't end up liking it. So I actually do like it, and I believe I have already glued it down at this point, so now I'm just in the layering process where I'm just looking for pieces to kind of put behind the main focus. So I have this tag, I have this little guitar, and I find a chipboard piece from the La La Love collection, and I just add a little bit of hot glue and stick it behind the rosette. And now I felt like it was just kind of off balance in a way because everything was on the right side. So I'm just kind of looking and seeing what else I can add, and I have all of the sticker sheets out for this, for all of the Valentine's Day collections that I have. So the little heart balloon is from the Heart Day collection, and the other one is from Main Squeeze. So I just layer those two behind the tag and end up adding a little bit of foam to them later, so that way it gives some dimension. And here I am just kind of still adding some stuff, branching it out a little bit at a time. I add a tab from the sticker sheet as well as this little chipboard piece, and I thought it looked really cute and kind of tied in the blue that was on the tag and kind of gave it the balance that it needed. So because that was chipboard though, I did have to add some foam dots, like I said, to the back of the tag, and I added a few extra pieces to that balloon just kind of to make it look like it was floating off the page in a way, and I thought it looked really cute. So just gluing everything down and making sure everything is secure so that nothing would fall off. You can see me here adding glue to a few more little bits and pieces. Yeah, and that is the cover. I actually didn't go back and add anything this time because I was pretty happy with it, and it was just a tad bit busy because I did go, you can see I added the little heart on the side, and with the little details I just didn't want it to be too overwhelming, so I left it how it was. So now for the flip book that is on the inside, I am just adding on these little banner pieces that I cut from pieces of paper. I have a gold glitter paper as well as the main squeeze paper that I did, and super easy to cut off, and I really like the way that it kind of takes the paper that's really busy and can tone it down just a little bit. So that's why I did it, just because this paper, even though it's super cute and my favorite paper from the collection, it is just kind of hard to decorate it because of all of those patterns and little faces and symbols that you have on there. So I put that on there to just, like I said, tone it down just a little bit, make it less busy. So now I'm looking for some more stuff to put on here, and I love that postage stamp, and I was actually trying to use it on the cover but I just couldn't find a place where it would fit. So I really liked it there, kind of overlapping both of the banners. So I just put that in the middle, and I added, I think, just one layer of foam to the back side of it so that way it would stand out just a little bit. And you can't really tell from this angle, but you'll see in just a moment. So now I am adding on this cute little bus that is from the main squeeze sticker, and I've been hoarding it for forever. I only have a few pieces left from the sticker sheet, and I just felt like it was perfect for this, so I added a little bit of cheesecloth behind it, and that added a really cool texture and kind of helped it stand out from the background since the colors were fairly similar. So now using the La La Love, this is the foam thickers, I believe. They're not cardstock or anything. I just added that little sentiment and then added a little heart sticker to it as well. So I wanted to make the first page a little bit less busy because it was like the back side of the page, and you can tell because of the stitching. So I have this really cute die cut that says "I must have chocolate always and always." And so I wanted to put that on there as the main focus, and I was just going to put it on by itself, but whenever I saw this heart and how cute it matched that little sentiment, I wanted to use it, but no matter where I put it on the page, it just wasn't really going to fit. It was either going to cover the card or it was going to keep the page from shutting all the way. So I decided to go ahead and stick it down on the other page and try to work with it to the best I could. And then I left that other card there. I wasn't sure where to go from there, so I just figured I could come back once I had the other page done. So just kind of letting my ideas flow here. Grabbed a piece of vellum and tore it to give it a textured look, and then put a little bit of tape on it and went ahead and put it down on the side of the page and then cut off the excess. I really love the way this tag looked. You kind of saw me trying to use it on the cover, so I had it right there by me, and it just kind of reminded me to use it. I put this raccoon on there and then started layering up some more stuff. I knew that I wanted to use that rosette, and I liked the way that the sentiment matched and kind of was a perfect size. It didn't cover too much up, but it also was, just the right size to kind of fit onto the page. So I added some foam to the back of the sentiment because the rosette was a little bit dimensional. So after I did that, I just put some hot glue on it and then I glued it down. I thought it looked super cute, and you can see me now coming back to the other page. And there I was just checking to make sure that the flip book wasn't too chunky. That's something that I try to do as I go. Just try to remember, let me check and make sure nothing is hanging out of the side or it's not closing, because you want to try to fix it in the moment. So making sure that that worked, and it did. It looked cute. And now I'm just going through, and I found these roses, and these are from Kayla Mail on Instagram, and she makes such beautiful little embellishments with these flowers, and she sent me some in our Christmas swap, so I decided that they were perfect for Valentine's Day. So I wanted to use them with this card because the reds were super cute and kind of added a boldness to it. And then I went through the Heart Day standouts and added a little tag there at the bottom. And I think that was everything for that page. and it turned out super cute and I like it. It was a little bit bulky in the end just because I had foam on the one side and then the flowers on the other, which were pretty large, but it ended up working out. Luckily I left the spine wide enough to have that kind of flexibility there so that I could put some chunky stuff in there if I wanted to, which I always do, so I'm glad I ended up doing that. And now I'm just working with this next page, and I put a doily on there just to kind of help balance out the colors a little bit. And then I really love this ephemera piece from the La La Love collection that says I love you so very much, and it has the strawberries on there, and it just looks so cute with these strawberries that were in the main squeeze collection. These were some of the last stickers that I had on the sheet, and I was kind of looking for a way to use them, and I thought this was perfect, so I just put those two together at the side of the card, and then thought it looked cute with this tag behind it, but I really love the cherries that are on the tag, so what I ended up doing was cutting off the cherries because that was going to be covered up anyways, so I just wanted the top of it to stick through, so I cut the middle part and cut the bottom, and then didn't end up needing the bottom, so I just took that off, and yeah, it ended up working out, so that way I can use the cherries on another project or I can fussy cut them. And I stapled the tag to the ephemera piece, and I'm going to be adding that La La Love big ephemera piece at the bottom to tie everything together. But while I was about to add that on, I noticed that I still have this, I don't really know what to call this. It's almost like a trim, but Kayla made this for me as well in our Christmas swap, and I think it's just like really fancy crepe paper, and then she stitched through it to kind of give it this scrunch, this kind of scrunched effect, and it looks really awesome, and I love the holographic, the way that it looked on the page. It just really made everything stand out. So I glued that tag piece to it and then stuck it down into the flip book, and then the last step that I had to do was add on this little sentiment, which here I'm just pulling off the foam tape from the back and making sure that it is secure and in place. I think I even add a little bit of hot glue to it and stick it down. And that's how that one turned out, and I thought it was really cute. It ended up being a little bit crooked because there was just a lot of, whenever I put down the crepe paper, it just shifted a little bit. So here I am showing you. I am so sorry, but my camera cut out while I worked on these next few pages, which I was so very upset about. I'm so sorry, guys, but these are the pages that you missed. I know there's quite a few, but at least you will get to see me decorate the last little bit. And I will do a final flip through again at the end, but here I'm just kind of showing you these are the pages that I have done, and now I'm just working on the last few, which I'm so sorry, that's never happened to me. But in the middle of filming, I thought that I had been filming for 45 minutes pretty much, and I look at my camera and see that it wasn't recording anything. So I was so mad. I took a lunch break. I came back. I decided, you know what? I'm just going to film this last little bit, even though all these pages are done, and hopefully you guys won't be too upset about that. But, yeah, at least you get to see some of these really cute pages. This one, I love the sentiment, so I was trying to find a way to work it into the whole flip book. I was trying to use it, but it's just so large that I really don't make projects that big. So I was thinking, you know what, let's just put it on the side of the page, and it fit perfectly. So, and it's still readable, I think. You can see what it says. I do put some of this tag over it, but you can use your critical thinking skills and figure out what it says. But yeah, so I put this tag on to kind of give it some new color. I was getting kind of tired of pink and red so much, so I'm glad that La La Love does incorporate a few more colors. So I put this heart on the top of it, which is from Main Squeeze, and that flower is from the Carousel collection, which I just mixed it in here. I try to mix up stuff that is not Valentine's Day as well as Valentine's Day, just because Valentine's Day stuff is so repetitive. It's, pink and red, hearts, or heart sunglasses. There's, like the traditional candy food and like the whole strawberries and cupcake stuff, but it's really hard to get out of that, so I try to look through my stash and see what else I can add to give my mind a break from all the hearts, pretty much. So I thought this one turned out really cute, and I know there's a lot of different colors going on here, which some people might not like, but I think it's really cute, and I think that, it's Valentine's Day, really, pink and red. That's all I gotta say. So I move on to this next page, which is the last one, and I realized that I never got a chance to use any of these stickers that I pulled out, so I'm just kind of looking through to see which ones will look good with it, and I really like this one that says I like you, but I wasn't sure if it was going to fit in the amount of space that I had, and it kind of did, but it was going to cover up the bottom of the card that says we make a great pair, or it says you're my main squeeze. So I ended up just taking it off and looking for a new one, and I really like that heart, but I think I ended up taking it off too. I do put a smaller one on, I believe, but while I was looking, I find that there is an XO and then another one that says yours, and I thought it would be really cute to make my last page kind of be like a sign off, so I make it say XO yours, so it's kind of like a way to say goodbye, I guess. It's kind of like what my thought process was behind that, and yeah, I thought it was still good at kind of framing the card, and it didn't cover too much up. So I added in these stickers, and this arrow is from the Main Squeeze collection from the stickers. And that was everything, you guys. I know that this video was a little bit longer. It was about 23 minutes, I think. And I'm sorry that I lost so much of the footage. Hopefully that won't happen again. I feel so bad about that, but I think this flip book still turned out really cute, and I hope that you enjoyed the pages that you did see. And that concludes this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and make sure to head over to Patty's channel to see her open this flip book and all of the other goodies that I included in her mail. Yeah. Make sure that if your notifications aren't on, you do turn them on. That really helps me out, so that way you guys can get notifications whenever I post and you can watch my videos. I have tons more Valentine's Day videos coming, and lots more unboxing videos and hauls, all kinds of stuff that I can't wait to show you. Bye guys! Thanks for watching!